Hi guys! As you might have guessed from the title of this video, I'm gonna make a new mattress for my v-berth. Why? Well, because the old one is the original one, the one that came with the boat back in 1973, and it's a bit worn and a bit uncomfortable. So for when I move aboard the boat, having a new mattress in the v-berth is gonna be a big step up. Anyway, this video is gonna be more or less an exact copy of what Sailrite is doing in one of their videos. So if you just want the sort of the how-to version of this video, I suggest you go over and check out their video. There's a link down in the description. If on the other hand you want to see how a complete novice in sewing like myself tackles a job like making a new mattress for the v-berth, well then stick around. Oh boy, am I looking forward to being done with all the projects up here in the v-berth. It might look comfortable, but it gets really annoying doing all the work sort of lying down. Anyway, as you can see, the ceiling behind me is still up, but I was a little hasty in removing the starboard side ceiling, so we'll need to put up at least the first 3 or 4 rows of slats to be able to make the template for the mattress. Okay, that's enough for me to trace an outline onto some sort of templating material. Speaking of templating material, I noticed in Sailrite's video that they were using some kind of reinforced plastic. And I really like that idea because it doesn't tear like paper and it's see-through. Well, the closest thing I could find around these parts is this really cheap tarp, and you guys actually saw me pick that up in one of the previous videos. The thing is, it's 3 by 4 meters. So yeah, let's see if we can trim it a bit before we try to do any kind of templating. Oh, and for the measurements for the first sort of initial trim we'll do of that tarp, this laser gadget, super useful. 1.8 meters by 1.93 meters. It'll be much easier to do that initial trim outside. Oh, and if anybody from Denmark is wondering where I got this tarp, there's a link in the description. You know what? I just got an idea. Because of the gap that's right here, it's kind of difficult for me to figure out where to cut the template. But seeing as my templating material is see-through, I can simply just use a pencil and trace the outline onto the bunk. I think that idea is going to work out great. I've done a first initial trim just to make it a bit easier to work with, but it is really starting to heat up in here, so I'm gonna open a hatch. So I do apologize for any wind noise in advance. I'll start by trimming the aft end of the template. When I'm done doing that, I should be able to somewhat secure the template in place using some duct tape. Now that the template is secured at these 2 points, it's going to be a lot easier to line everything up. So now it should just be a matter of tracing the outline I drew on the bunk onto the templating material. I've traced all the lines I need onto the template, so the next step would be to cut it, and let's just do that while it's in place. That way we can easily see if it's a good fit. The template looks like a good fit. It is kind of difficult to verify because of that gap I showed you earlier. But I've gone ahead and checked with a pencil and, well, it appears to be a snug fit. Next, I need to figure out what angle I need to cut the mattress at so that it'll sit flush against the ceiling. I can't remember what Sailrite did in their video, but I'll grab measurements for every 20 centimeters, I think. And, well, if I've got too many measurements, I can always just ignore some of them. Grabbing precise measurements here is not easy, and of course we would like to have precise measurements because of the shape of the mattress. We want that to be a snug fit. But in all honesty, what's going to be the limiting factor in me producing a snug fit mattress here is going to be my ability to cut the foam. I've got all the measurements I need now, so let's go ahead and remove the template. Of course, having this bit of sticky duct tape here would be kind of annoying, so I'll just cover that up with some duct tape. The template is done, but before ending this video, there's a few things back at the house that I want to show you guys. And just like that, we're back at the house. If only driving back here was that fast. What I wanted to show you was this. This is the foam I'll use, and that's 9 centimeters thick foam. And this is the fabric I'll use for the boxing. And I think this texture and the dark gray will look really cool with the white bulkheads and the varnished mahogany. The fabric is synthetic and super strong. It's basically the same stuff you'd use on a couch, so I think that'll last a lifetime. The biggest unknown for me in this project, as I've mentioned before, is cutting the foam. And I've heard these electric knives are really good for that, so I picked up this one, and it was only like 20 bucks, so even if it's no good, it's not the end of the world. It looks like the blades are plenty long. Well, it doesn't make much noise, and it does seem like it's pretty sturdy. It's almost a shame I won't ever use it for anything but that foam, but I wouldn't know what to use it for. I've got ordinary knives in my kitchen, so yeah. That's it for this video, guys. See you. Jökull and I hope you've enjoyed this video. To be notified about new content, please click subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I suggest you check out the introduction playlist. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment.